From the Galen Center, Andy Hageman and Dan Weber here for USCFootball.com. Instant analysis of the men's basketball game versus Cal State Northridge. The Trojans were victorious with a 95-79 victory over the Matadors. Dan, what do we take away initially from this performance?
Well, a lot of kids got to play. I think he got 11 in right away. I think they got energy off the bench. Brendan Taylor, for example, came in and got a couple of threes when they were struggling. As Andy said, they kind of jumbled up the starting lineup. Three guys that were actually listed on the game notes as starters didn't start. JT Terrell didn't start because of an academic issue. So it was kind of interesting that I think the depth, the fact that they shot the ball really well, and the 24 assists, I thought they should be really pleased about that.
There was one thing to note is that the team played very well defensively, considering they're still kind of adjusting to this system under Andy Enfield. What did Enfield also say after the post-game presser?
Well, I mean, their goal was to hold Northridge under 35% shooting, and they did. I'm not so sure, and I don't know that Andy was so sure that it was all their defense or just that Cal State Northridge didn't shoot it all that well. He was a little unhappy that this is a team that likes to drive, and USC kind of let them drive. But Cal State Northridge just couldn't cash in enough of their opportunities. But I think Andy would like to see him play better defense.
And also, Byron Rusley registered his first double-double, I believe, at USC, and he said in post-game that he hadn't done it since high school. Right. What else did we see from his performance? He obviously was phenomenal tonight.
Well, he could have had a big game if he was 5 of 14 from the field. So, and a lot of those were shots. A couple of them went in and out, and he drove the ball nicely to the basket. He just didn't convert it, and still got a double-double. So, he'll probably take it, even though I know he would like to have some of those shots back.
And looking ahead, Friday, the Trojans host Northern Arizona here at the Galen Center, and it's another opportunity for them to kind of get adjusted to this offense. And did Andy point out anything else with the offensive kind of playing with the more aggressive play style and also just this up tempo?
Well, we're standing here, looking at Omar Arabi. He was 7 of 8, but Andy said, last week, he really ought to be more of a dominant player. Said he doesn't think he knows how good he can be, and he's kind of a little more passive than he really would like to see him be. Like to see him be much more aggressive and play like he's 7'2" and 270 pounds. And I think that's a big key. If demand the ball, be the first one to establish his position on the blocks and things like that. We're not seeing that yet. He's got a ton of skill, got good hands, shooting the ball well. I think he's in 2 games now. He's above 80% shooting it. He just has to, like Andy said, I want to see him at 25 points and 15 rebounds if he really becomes aggressive out there.
Well, that wraps it up for today's edition of Instant Analysis. You can check more out on the web, USCFootball.com. Signing off for Dan Weber, I'm Andy Hageman. We'll bring you more action on Friday.